I truly believe you can homeschool anywhere in your house. Today, I wanted to share our current space that we use to homeschool, as well as how I organize all of our stuff, especially before we move and I have to set up a whole new space. So hi, my name is Angie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm a mom to 4. I love to homeschool, I love to read good books, and I love to share both of those things on this channel. So if you also like those things, please consider subscribing. So today I'm going to share with you my 3 main spaces for homeschooling. Over here is our homeschooling room. So it's kind of a playroom / homeschooling room. It also has the second space, which is the closet. And then the third space is out on the porch where I picked up a big white cabinet to kind of have our overflow storage, if you will, because this house just didn't have very much storage. So my plan is to show you all these different spaces, and it will be kind of a vlog style video, and I'm not sure quite how to do that. I want to do more of those on this channel, but please excuse any shakiness as I kind of work out how to do it. But let's go take a look. Okay, so here is the entry to the room, and you can see kind of as you enter the room, it's a pretty small room, and I guess I will start over by the door. And so over here, the main thing we have is our kind of reading nook. And so I have a white comfy chair, it's a little dirty, and then 3 big bookshelves. There used to be 4, but my twins used it as a ladder and it came off the wall. But this is where I typically like to store all of our reference type books or really beautiful books. Again, none of my kids can read, so all of these books are wonderful for just them picking up and looking at and perusing. So it's kind of how I strew a lot of books. So that's that corner. I also have the big whiteboard right here, which we use every day with our phonics lesson. A lot of times on top we have the spelling rules or anything we're working on. So that gets a ton of use. And then we have a big window, sorry for the light. And that gets us to this space over here, which is where we have our desks and the board. And so these are just Ikea desks. They're fantastic. They are easy to clean. You can wipe them right off or use one of those magic erasers and it comes right off. And they each have a drawer and a chair. And sometimes my twins will sit up here and do their school, quote unquote, their sticker books and things like I mentioned in the previous video, which I'll link above. And then cute board, which I've had so much more stuff up here, but having 2 2-year-olds makes it difficult. We do have our character poster currently, is the only thing that's on there. Okay, the next thing you see in the room is our closet with the sliding doors. And I apologize for the light, there is no light in there, so I'm gonna kind of stay back a little bit to show you the big picture so it doesn't get too dark. So what I use my closet for is a lot of storage, hopefully somewhat organized storage. So if you start at the top, you see those bins up there on the shelves. Those are our activity bins. They're usually educational toys. I often use them during school to keep somebody busy or distracted while I'm working with somebody else, or during quiet time. The kids love those. And then the next thing on the shelf is the games and puzzles. More puzzles. And in the basket is random games, the small ones that you can't really put in a stack. Then our Melissa and Doug puzzles and coloring books, and random things down there, like math blocks. And as we go over, you can sort of see the baskets on top, and those are baskets that I use for planning, and that's where curriculum goes, and we pull out of those every day. I actually featured those baskets in my planning video, which I will link above. The baskets are sitting on one of those 8 cubby toy shelves from Ikea, so that's self-explanatory. And then those bins over there in the very far that you can see, those are our morning time bins, where they have all of the activities for each kid and the twins, and we use those, we pull those out during morning time. And so if anybody is interested in seeing a look into those bins, let me know. I could always make a video about that as well. So this is my closet. It is somewhat organized. I do have one little hack for you all. So you see those little locks, if you will? You can put those locks on either side of the sliding doors to stop the doors from being opened. I had to do that once the twins started climbing on that shelf and tossing all of the games. It was quite a mess. So we start to do that to keep it a little controlled, if you want a fun little hack like that. Next is here in the corner is our bookshelf. I love bookshelves. Here at the top are a lot of the books we currently use. Poetry books, science books, our upcoming dinosaur unit, our upcoming Christmas unit, read alouds for the most part. And this Third shelf is a lot of my husband's and I's books. I have a ton of homeschooling books, which I made a recent video about as well. And then down here, we have the big kid books, board books for the twins, big books, as well as library books. That's where the library books get stored until they go back. So that is our bookshelf. I'm hoping to get a second one in the new house because I have a ton of my own personal books upstairs. Then we can kind of combine all of it. Moving back towards the door, we have the little table the twins use a lot. Above that is this shelf. This is the shelf I use for our unit study books. And I love it. I love that we can display them and it just really keeps the topic in the forefront of their minds and they're often looking at these books. I really like having a unit study shelf. Okay, last thing is the big map on the wall, which has been great. We love that. So that is a tour of our pretty small but wonderful playroom / schoolroom that I just feel so thankful for and have loved using, and I'm excited to set up our next one in the new house, and I will share that with you guys as well if you are interested. So that is it, and now I'm going to go take you out to the porch and show you how I do overflow storage. So here is our big white cabinet on the porch, and please excuse any road noise from the road out there because I am on the porch and you might hear that, but you might not. Anyway, so I love having this cabinet. It has helped me be so much more organized. So you can see here on the top is a lot of curriculum I'm not currently using, but I plan to use, or I'm just using a different version, like I'm using the Foundations C version for my son, and I'm going to start the A version here shortly with my daughter. I have some Story of the World stuff, which is coming up in January, and some Build Your Library Level 0 stuff back there for when the twins get older, some dinosaur stuff that I'm collecting. And over here is a lot of just school supplies, so a bunch of paper that we use, a bunch of glue and all that, rulers. Going down here, there's also some Overflow curriculum there in the corner, and Bob books and readers, early readers. These pink and red binders here are where I store my kids' artwork. I'm still working on having a good storage for that, but I just don't want to throw it away, but it otherwise just piles up on me, which I'm sure you all can relate. And then moving over here is, sorry, it's a bit of a mess, but it's a lot of my stuff. So here's like a laminator, 3-hole punches, staplers, tape, lacing shoes, which I really should use to teach my son how to tie his own shoes, but things like that. And then bottom down here is all their art supplies, which I cannot wait till the time I can keep these more out in the open once we don't have toddlers. But right now this is just would be very, very silly of me not to have locked up in a cabinet. Then over here is a lot more overflow. So it's a lot of the Usborne books that I purchased in my big haul. And so I kept about half of them out to use for the second half of the year in activity bins. So you can see a lot of sticker books or paper airplane kits. And then down here is some stuff I need to sell. So if anybody needs some Matthew C blocks, let me know. I'm going to be selling those. Anyway, so this has been an amazing investment. I have really, really appreciated having just a little extra storage, especially storage that the kids can't get to very easily. Okay, so that is the third space. So let me just wrap. So anyway, that wraps up our tour. I hope that was helpful, if not interesting for you. I love watching homeschool room tours. So please comment below if you would like details on anything I mentioned or pointed out, like a flip through of something or more details on things like the morning time bins, whatever. If you saw something that you're curious about, please leave a comment below. I could always use more video ideas. That is what I have. Please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel if you aren't already subscribed, and yeah, I will see you in the next homeschool video. All right, have a wonderful day. Bye.